Hey everybody, it's Thoughtful Thursday once again. So I wanted to just touch base on an experience that I've been going through the last couple of years with our son Jackson. So some of you might be able to relate to this perfectly. Some of you might remember having to go through this. Some of you may have never gone through this, but really it comes down to the scripture that I want to share and how you might be able to apply that personally to a situation that you're going through or have been through, something that might help you in the future, hopefully. So over the last 2 years, we've been working on potty training our son Jackson, who is going to be 5 in August. So he's really on the end range of, one of the older kids. All of the other kids that we know of, friends that have children his age, have already been potty trained. And it was a long process. I mean, 2 years from the time that I, really started till the time that he was actually potty trained, which he is now. So yay, we're super excited. But I want to share on what a challenge that was and how this verse helped me to really push forward. And I think it made a big difference in the success of his potty training. So feel free to apply this however you can to your life. But the verse is from Romans. It's Romans 12, verses 10 and 11. Very simple breakdown of seven simple rules that we can apply to any given situation in our life. Number 1, love each other. That's pretty simple. The foundation for anything that Christ did for us is all based on love and how he felt for us. And so for us, it all has to come down to loving the other people that are around us, whether those are people that it's easy to love, hard to love, enemies, I mean, you name it, everything really has to come from that foundation. So of course, I love my son, so that was an easy one. 2 is honor each other. So really it comes to honor, respect, and that's huge. If people don't feel like they're honored or respected, they're not going to respond positively to you, because they don't feel that you're responding positively to them. So really it came down to being able to treat my little guy with some honor and respect, making sure that he knew I believed in him, I knew what he was capable of rather than what he wasn't capable of. When I switched that mindset and started focusing on what he could do rather than what he wasn't doing, the honor in that made a difference in how he saw himself and what he was capable of. So remember, it's not about treating other people the way that you think they deserve, or when they honor me, I'll honor them. It really comes down to we have to be the ones who put in that honor, and I bet you'll start to see differences in the other person that way. 3, never be lazy in our work. So it really comes down to working hard, working consistently at whatever is going on in your life. Obviously, with the potty training, we had to work very hard and consistently. I work part-time from home along with doing the jewelry. So it was very hard for me to stay consistent in that time to get him on a pattern, get him on a schedule. Once I was able to really try to narrow that down and get some sort of regular routine in, that again made a difference. But it just comes in with planning ahead and working hard. Make sure that you work whatever you're trying to be successful at. Work hard. 4 is serve the Lord enthusiastically. So I like how this one stands out a little bit in the fact that it really mentions that positivity, is that when we serve and everything that we're doing, it's about having a positive attitude and being enthusiastic about what we're trying to accomplish. And if I was going into it just dreading trying to get him to go on the potty, cleaning up the accidents, how many accidents are we going to have today, trying to prepare for that, I was focusing on all of the negative things that came with the potty training rather than being happy and enthusiastic about what we were trying to accomplish. Because I was focusing on the negative part, that's all he saw. His little mind saw all the little things that he was doing wrong instead of all the things that he had waiting for him and that he could do. So make sure that you really have that positive focus when you're looking forward, when you're making plans, and just your daily thought process. The positive will always outweigh the negative all the time. 5 is be glad for all God is planning. I knew that he wasn't going to go to high school. Everybody tells me, was telling me he's not going to go to high school and still be in diapers. But man, when you're going through that road and you're walking it, it's frustrating sometimes because you're not quite there yet. So make sure that you know that God has a plan and he's going to fulfill that plan. And it's just a matter of time if we walk through those steps. If we work hard, if we're loving the other people, if we're keeping that positive outlook, God's going to take us where we need to go. And God got him there. So that's great. I'm all for that. Number 6, be patient in trouble. So obviously if you're going through something right now, then it's not something that is easy to be happy. It's not easy to be positive through that. And believe me, I failed all the time. I was the screaming, yelling, freaking out mom. And so I have been there at the rock bottom point, and you feel like you failed as a person. For me, I felt like I failed as a mother because I couldn't even get my son to do something that's supposed to be completely natural, and other people were having an easy time at it. It was such a challenge for us, such a challenge. And, to be patient in that time, because I just wanted it to be over, that was difficult. But God can give you patience. And it's remembering that if you have the knowledge and the positive outlook to know that he's going to take you somewhere in that end goal, then he's going to guide you in your steps, one step at a time. All we have to do is take one step at a time, one conversation at a time, one moment at a time. God gives us the opportunity to be patient. So let's try and utilize that as best we can. And we're not perfect, and we're not going to get it right all the time. But if we have that as a mindset to where we're trying to continually do that, you're going to notice that there's change, that there's growth, and then all of a sudden you're going to be where you want to be, and your goals are going to be even more blessed than what you were anticipating in the beginning. 7 is the last one. Be prayerful always. So big bonus. Everything that you're going to do is going to take some prayer. So make sure that you're making God a part of that conversation. Don't exclude him. If you're mad, you can tell him you're mad. If you're frustrated, you can tell him you're frustrated. If you want to give up, it's okay to want to give up. Jesus wanted to give up. He wanted to give up to such a point that he sweat blood for what he was called to do. But he did it. So remember, if you have a feeling, you can feel that way, and know that taking that to God is going to help you. Being prayerful is going to help you. So now as we move forward into potty training Riley, who is our almost 2-year-old, I have a much better outlook on the experience that we're going to have. And I'm hoping that this time around, as I use these steps, as I use this biblical basis, it's going to make it a better experience for us. So hopefully you can apply that to your life. A good reminder of that lesson is this bracelet right here, which is called Be Joyful. So it goes through a couple of these steps that I have mentioned. So be joyful always, pray continually, and give thanks. So that's a fun little easy leather-bound bracelet for any style, very casual, can be paired with any kind of combo if you want to dress it up, or if you want to keep it low-key, wear it on the beach because it's leather, it's not metal, so that's great for that kind of a thing. And remember that we're all in this together. So I'm here for you, I'm praying for you, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. Thanks, bye.